in total. Now there's about 135. And today they have the Cascale, their East Coast lager. I don't know what other ones they have, Tim.
We also have their Festivus, which is their fall brand beer. And I also got the Cascale, but we have to get the porter still. Porter.
Yeah! Well, you know, we just started selling our beer in Long Island, and they are allowed to do promotions in Long Island where you can actually taste the beer. So they called me up and they said, Rick, we want you to bring out, do a promotion. People taste your beer, we'll sell it for you. I said, great, when do you want to do it? And they all say, Friday night. And I'm saying, why Friday night? They said, that's when everybody comes to buy beer. I said, well, how am I supposed to be here and talk and be there and sell a beer? They said, well, you got to come out here and do that a couple of times at least. I said, okay, the next 2 weeks I'm coming out there on Friday afternoon, 5 days, I'm going to serve beer. The problem is, Long Island on a Friday afternoon, you have to leave Wednesday to get there. Has this huge campaign, once again, triple hopped. But the new one is, and a new cap that holds in the flavor.
On their can.
Wait a minute. As opposed to a cap that doesn't hold in flavor. I said, if you own a cap that doesn't hold your flavor, the friggin' thing leaks. You can't do that. So what is a cap that holds flavor? I said, I gotta try this. So I got myself a Miller Lite that's triple hopped. Oh no, don't worry about it. It had a cap that holds flavor. I opened the bottle, I took a sip. Well, that cap obviously didn't work. And Cricket Hill fans know, and everybody's heard me talk knows, every beer is triple hop, not just Miller. And if they had any hops at all in there, if they used hops the way hops should be used, their beer would be much better. All they'd have to do then is take out the rice. Yeah. Because we know good beer only has 5 ingredients. Water, which Mr. Coors says comes from the Rocky Mountains, which we know is not true because our Coors comes from Virginia. We have hops, which Miller puts in 3 times, whoop-de-doo, as does every brewery in the United States, which gives the color and the flavor, and we have the yeast, which is filtered out of those beers, so forget it. So what they have is 2 things giving you flavor, one of which they shortfall because they don't really put a lot of hops in, and the other which they shortfall because they add rice. What you got is crappy beer, but they're holding in with a cap. Let me promise you this right here, right now, as everybody who's been here, tasted our beers, tasted your local beers knows already, but I will give it again. I will promise you right here, and David will back us up because David is the Brewer of the Year. To the beer because then they have lowered themselves to be equal with Bud, Coors, and Miller. Boo. And your local beer, Cricket Hill, is only going to use the finest hops, and I assure you we're going to use enough of them that you can taste them, unlike Coors, Miller, and Bud. We are also promising you this, that we will use only the finest barley malt. We bring it in from Wisconsin. We bring it in from England, we'll bring it in from Germany, we will only use the best, and we'll use enough of it, and we will never add rice. Yeah. And all I ask in return is for you to enjoy your local beer, Cricket Hill.
Yeah!
I want you to go to the website, I want you to go on the blog, I want you to talk about tonight, I want you to talk about the beers, I want you to talk about tonight's maiden Friday night showing of the Fall Festivus just came out, just went on tap. tickets be damned. Have some fall festival. Now, you were here. Those of you here were last night. A round of applause. Last night, Brickyville, your local brewery, set a bottling record of 505 cases under very unusual circumstances. So we did it. All I have to do in closing is this. I promise you I will make the finest beer that I possibly can make. And Ed will brew the finest brew he can possibly make for you. Because I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. We love you. God bless Brewery, your local brewery, and God bless the United States of America. And come back and say, I love the trip. Every little town you're in has its own winery, has its own brewery. And I listen to this, pull my hair out, and you see how many times I've heard this, and I say this, you are in Fairfield, New Jersey, and you have your own brewery. You have a local brewery. You have foreign beer. I'm talking about Budweiser. I'm talking about Coors. I'm talking about Miller. All those like foreign companies. Where do you get their beer? You get it anywhere you want to get it, but it's garbage. You hear what I'm saying? Garbage. It's got the fifth ingredient that they call rice. Well, rice is not part of good beer. Rice is a filler. Rice is a byproduct. Rice does not belong in good beer.
Right.
And I will never, ever put rice in our beer because I love you. I love you. I love you. I will not do it. If you have rice in your beer and you drink it, you're going to have a headache in the morning. You drink this all night long, you're going to wake up groggy, but you will not have a headache.
Just got out of Cricket Hill Brewery, a very place that you wouldn't think a brewery would be. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. Tasted 4 great beers tonight. We tasted their lager, their Fall Festivus beer, which was released today on tap. We tasted their cask ale, and we tasted, of course, their porter. All beers, as advertised, are their session beers. You can drink these all night. Not too much aroma coming from them. You can barely smell them, but great beers. Great beers that you can drink all night, drink all day, and delicious. A little bit better than, as stated, Miller, Coors, or Budweiser. So, you always get 4 cups this size. Good amount of beer for $2.
I like beer.